speaker box loud, hitting that stuff to you.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, about a month ago or so, I had to pull my money from my Forex account, and I decided to put it into a crypto. It just ate me alive, man. It did. It ate me alive. Because I feel like I was so close, man. So I kept $100. I kept $100 in my Forex account, and I messed around with that. And I tried to do things that felt weird. Because I knew I was always early, take profits, often try to skim whatever I can, off of moves that I have already started, and I figure, okay, they're going to go to there at least. I'll just skim that, take that. And I was able to double my account. It's like when I had more money, that's what got me in trouble. When I have less money, I was able to do better. And at the same time, I hear, about all these banks. This one's going to collapse, that one's going to collapse, right? So that I started moving money around. I started putting money in this account, that account. I have some in an app. I have some. And the Forex account is a place that I can stick money that's not in one of the big banks, right? But I did stick some money in one of the big banks because they offered $300 for me to just move money over there. They gave me the $300. And I did a 4-month short-term CD, which is about to mature in 15 days. So just from me moving money over to that account made me $400. Just, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to risk anything. I just moved it over there. $400. Done. As soon as that matures, I might move some of that money back out. But if you look at the Federal Reserve and everything that they're doing in our government, the US dollar is going to continue to become worthless. I don't think the stock market has any risk of crashing anytime soon. I think they're going to keep pumping this thing up. They're going to start lowering interest rates. And if you look at the markets, I do know how to read. I know how to read price. It's insane. Sometimes I question myself, and then something happens and I start questioning myself, and then after the fact I'm like, damn it, I saw that the whole time. But Bitcoin, look at the way the price is comfortable, man. Price is comfortable right here. This is nothing more than a correction. Nothing more than a correction. This is making another leg up. Absolutely. And the money that I did remove from my Forex account that I shoved into XRP is still there. I'm looking for this pattern right here to play out. But I think more than likely what's going to happen is the Fed meeting. This is just going to bounce around in here. And then as soon as the Fed meeting happens, it's going to come down. It's going to sweep the low. And then it's the frig out of here, man. It's gone. See ya. But that's the other thing I started to realize about, the Forex market is stop trying to predict the market. Stop, you know what I mean? I'm sitting here trying to predict it, and a pending order sitting. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Pending orders don't do anything for you. So I tend to wait. I say, okay, well, if they're gonna continue to devalue our currency, I would love to be able to go into the Forex market and be short the US dollar, because at least I'm making money. 50x leverage. So I know I want to be shorting the dollar, but I don't want to be in too soon. So I need to now use my charting skills that I've learned over these years and just be smart about it. All right, so if we zoom out on, yeah, look at this, dude. USD CAD. Price came up, took out highs here, instant rejection, major move down, strong sell signal, and now price is correcting up. This is about to make another major leg to the downside. Major leg to the downside. The problem is where does this end? I don't think we're there yet. I think this is going to come up a little bit more before we go down. And that's the thing I know is always early. So I think what's going to happen, the Fed meeting next week is what we need to be paying attention to. NZD, strong buy. Strong buy. And we've actually broken through the bigger picture trend line. Like we've had test, false break, but now we've busted through, done structured damage. We've gotten above 2 moving averages, and now we're coming down, parking ourselves into them. So it's a matter of time before the buyers start to grab this and shoot this higher. But I think price is going to waste time and do not much. Not much. So basically, I've been trying to trade, just looking at different possibilities. Like, okay, well, looks like we have a correction here. You know, there's a possibility that tomorrow, if we look at the weekly chart, it looks like a pin bar right now. So there's a possibility that this is a little correction here. This pushes up one more and then starts coming back down by the end of the week, giving us a pin bar, something like that. Or there's a possibility that this thing comes down first, right? Close the week, or we come down and start bouncing back up before the end of the week, and we close with like a spinning top type looking candle. And then next week, you know, when we have the Fed meeting, it comes up, takes the highs, gives us, you know, we actually get further into resistance here. And that's what breaks us to the downside. But it's somewhere in here, right? It's somewhere in there. So I threw in a position, and I've had a pretty good streak. If I go back in my, if I go back into all of the trades that I've taken, I've had win. Some of them are $1, $2, 30 cents. $40, $30, but they've all been wins. Because I'm not looking for anything crazy. So yeah, right now my plan is NZD, USD. I'm just looking for this to push up a little bit more. I'm going to take that $17 and get the hell out. And then wait and see if this will, you know, come back down a little bit lower. I'd love to see this a little bit lower. And I'm game. I am game for a buy. But there's also a possibility that we get, like, this comes up, and we get a little expansion, then it comes down, and then it reverses. So if that's the case, and this wants to come all the way up, then USD CAD, I'm going to leave this. But if USD CAD comes down to here, you know, relatively soon, then I'm going to take profit on that, because more than likely it's going to go back up for the Fed meeting. Or the other scenario I would see is that this potentially goes up and then just kind of waste time all the way until the Fed meeting next week, and we're down here and it breaks through at the Fed meeting, maybe taking it like it snaps up and takes a high or something and then goes down. So there's many different things that can happen. I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm just looking at like different things that I think that can happen, and I'm trying to skim profits wherever I can. So I'm just gonna keep doing this for a while, but I am looking for. Basically, I'm looking for dollar short, and I'm looking for bigger picture, right? And this looks like the perfect time, because we have a break in structure, and if this is the first move here, I mean leg. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a first move, kind of. I mean, who knows? But I would say, regardless, yeah, NZD could be coming all the way up here. Minimum. That's where we could be headed. That's an insane amount of profit right there. So if they're going to keep devaluing our dollars, I'm going to try to ride stuff like this. Just like that. And I think we're very, very close. Like, I think the Fed meeting next week is what is going to turn this. And start shooting this up. So I would like to get a few entries in. And then just let them ride for a bit. And then we'll start doubling down, tripling down as things are going in our direction. But I don't know, honestly, the way I see things these days, like, if you're not constantly, because they're trying to, I mean, they're really imposing some really shitty stuff. Like, if you're just a construction worker, or you just work for a bar, and you're paying your taxes, I mean, it's basically like you have this boot on your neck. They're going to hold you down. So you have to find a way to make money that you could do from anywhere, anytime. And it's right here. It's right fucking here. If you can learn to read charts, I mean, the possibilities are endless here. But it is such a tricky game. Such a tricky game. But I refuse. I refuse to give up. So, yeah, we're not giving up, man. We are not giving up. You know, things are tough right now because I have... man, I got a tenant that's just screwing me, man. And it's tough because it's not only the tenant, it's the state. You know what I mean? They're making me do certain things with the tenant to make sure that there's just no other option. So right now I'm waiting on the government to potentially pay his rent for him. I've gotten several emails from them saying that they're working on it, but it's like week after week after week goes by and there's no updates, no nothing, and you can't call them. Because it'll take them 2 weeks to call you back. But in December his lease is up, and then I gain a lot more rights myself. So that's what I'm waiting for. I've learned my lessons though as a landlord. I'm never ever going to sign a lease for anybody that's more than 30 to 90 days. Ever. I will never sign a 1 year or a 2 year lease. That is suicide in my state. Absolute suicide. But it's these lessons that we learn through life that, make us stronger, right? So anyways, guys, I just felt like making a quick little video here. We will see what happens, but I would be... I'd maybe hold your fire and be ready to go by the Fed meeting. Whether it's you're investing in crypto, investing in the stock market, or if you're trading Forex, I would hold your fire. Hold your fire. Wait for that Fed meeting. Because at that Fed meeting, we might see some manipulation, quick sweep of a high or whatever. And that's when the move, I think, is going to start. Right at that, once those words come out of his mouth, which is crazy, like, it's already happening, but whatever. If everyone just needs to hear it from his mouth, then let's hear it from his mouth. But I do think that Bitcoin, silver, gold, house prices, I mean, fucking everything is about to go higher. Much higher. Which sucks, because that means insurance goes higher, everything fucking goes higher, man. God. But yeah, anyways, guys. See you later.